Brittany Zamora, you hurt my family. Your heart is ugly and you disgust me.
Case 1. The teacher whose messages sparked an investigation. The situation wasn't an unusual case of educators crossing lines of trust more often than most people realize. Some have faced decades behind bars for their actions.
Teenage families' attorneys filed the civil suit within hours of the issue coming to light to the police department.
While others have shocked communities with the disturbing double lives they had been hiding. It all began when parents noticed something troubling. She had exchanged messages that no educator should ever send, and soon the truth started to surface. When investigators stepped in, the evidence became impossible to ignore. What stood out most was her behavior during the arrest. Instead of resisting, she cooperated fully, following instructions without hesitation. It almost seemed as though she hoped her cooperation might soften the consequences.
Secret is out. The world knows you are a child molester. And while you sit in your cell and think that maybe things will get better, they won't. You are forever labeled a child molester, and everyone hates a child molester.
Even later, during questioning, her confidence remained strangely intact. She spoke casually about her past, her personal life, and even light-hearted topics, as if she believed everything could be explained away. But reality was very different. The evidence told a story she couldn't talk her way out of, and the consequences were set in motion. As the investigation unfolded, new details surfaced, painting a picture of repeated misconduct. Witnesses came forward with troubling accounts.
My actions were completely out of character for me. As I stated earlier, I never want to hurt anyone, and it tears me apart to know that I have.
And the evidence quickly stacked against her. By the time she stood trial, her confidence had vanished. She faced the court with visible fear, pleading for leniency. Her words revealed a desperate attempt at redemption, but the decision rested firmly in the hands of the jury. Case 2. Kimberly's day in the classroom. Yet stories like hers are only one part of a much broader issue. Schools, places that should represent safety and trust, have repeatedly been shaken by educators making reckless choices.
Well, here's the deal. You're under arrest. So,
No,
hey, we're not going to sit here and whine. That's over.
Take, for example, another teacher who walked into her classroom one morning, appearing perfectly normal, at least at first. But as the day went on, colleagues noticed something strange. Her eyes looked unfocused, her words slurred, and she struggled to complete even the simplest tasks. When questioned, she claimed she had taken medication the night before to help her sleep. But further checks revealed her blood alcohol level was dangerously high.
Blah, 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 blah. All right, stop. Good job.
What made this even more alarming was where it happened. Not at a party or at home, but inside a classroom. At first, Kimberly insisted the alcohol in her system was simply left over from the night before. But as staff compared her behavior throughout the day,
I'm sorry, what?
Have you had anything to drink today?
I had a glass of wine this morning. Yes.
This morning?
Yes.
it became clear that something more had happened. Evidence uncovered in her classroom confirmed the suspicions. Administrators had no choice but to act. Kimberly was removed from her position and charged with public intoxication.
You're going to be arrested for public intoxication.
I don't understand.
You're in public, you're intoxicated, you're going to go to jail.
Though her case was far less severe than others, the impact was devastating. Her career ended abruptly, and she was permanently barred from school grounds. Case 3. The cheer coach's collapse. Kimberly's case was only the beginning. Soon after, another story emerged that shocked the community on a much larger scale.
Come here, let's go. Come over here to my car. Come over here to my car so we're not standing out in the middle of the road. I'll grab it. Right, just stand still for a second. Hang on one second.
In March 2022, a well-known cheerleading coach found himself at the center of a scandal that destroyed everything he had built. He wasn't just a teacher, he was a mentor, a community figure, and someone trusted with guiding young athletes. That image came crashing down when authorities arrived with a warrant. The arrest stood out, as officers treated him with familiarity and even patience.
Sorry, bitch.
Can it be in front of me? Can the handcuffs be in front of me?
We'll see, but usually no.
At one point, he was allowed to take a phone call, a sign of how respected he had once been. But there was no escaping the truth. He knew exactly why he was being taken in, and his emotional reaction revealed the weight of what was about to happen.
Are you there?
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, just look and confirm that you have it. If not, I can give it to you.
Soon after, multiple individuals came forward with testimonies, painting a picture of misconduct that stretched far beyond what anyone had imagined. By mid-2023, the case had moved forward decisively. He entered a guilty plea, and while sentencing still loomed, his future was no longer about cheerleading or community recognition. It was about living with lifelong consequences. Case 4. Principal Malloy's standoff. Just months later, in August 2022, a middle school principal named Artha Malloy was involved in a crash that damaged nearby homes.
She just wanted to get back into the car and drive after she crashed into our driveway.
Okay.
And she's giving us a hard time.
Okay.
When officers arrived, she appeared disoriented and unsteady, offering explanations that didn't match the scene.
I just have to go to the bathroom. Really bad.
You're involved in? Hold on, man.
I didn't hit anything.
Do me a favor and go back.
She stalled when asked to take a sobriety test, first agreeing, then claiming a medical condition, then reversing again. The back and forth raised more doubts about her honesty. At the station, her resistance continued, refusing a breath sample, delaying fingerprinting, and arguing with officers.
And let me ask you a question here.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you been drinking today?
Earlier today I was.
Earlier today you have.
Yes.
Okay.
What could have been a straightforward process turned into an hour-long standoff of excuses. Ultimately, Malloy faced charges for driving while intoxicated and operating an unregistered vehicle. The fallout was immediate. She resigned from her role as principal, leaving the community stunned at yet another fall from grace. Case 5. Soto's breaking point. Not long after, another troubling case began to unfold, this time involving Soto.
So you say you normally take 3 to 4 kids. What happened this time?
This time it was just her. You know, she was asking me because she goes, I was concerned about Friday because you're going to meet my mommy and all this stuff. And I said, okay.
At first, he brushed off concerns, claiming he had only wanted a student to finish some work before her parents arrived. But inconsistencies in his answers quickly raised suspicions. Video evidence revealed details he conveniently left out, like the fact that the student had been wearing a sling, even though he remembered other parts of their conversation in detail. Why recall certain things so clearly, yet forget something so obvious? As interviews continued, students came forward describing moments in class where Soto would try to lighten the mood with playful remarks. While he claimed it was harmless, the repeated accounts made investigators uneasy.
If you're going to take a female student to your classroom, you didn't think to let me just grab another.
And honestly, I just wanted to get her work done.
Combined with the gaps in his explanations, the story was no longer his to control. Eventually, Soto realized his teaching career was over. Under mounting pressure, he stopped answering questions and asked for a lawyer, admitting his future would never be the same. Case 6. Yasin's apologies without answers. Not long after, another substitute teacher named Yasin came under scrutiny. Parents had raised concerns, and investigators questioned him directly. Instead of firmly denying the claims, Yasin apologized repeatedly.
Do you want to hear the truth? Yeah, I touched her. I'm sorry, but I did wrong.
Without offering clear explanations. For investigators, this behavior raised suspicions. When asked to take a test to prove his innocence, he refused.
Are you willing to take a lie detector test? It's really a stress voice analysis test, but will you be willing to take something like that?
his hesitation only made things worse. When confronted with the possibility of video evidence, his reaction deepened their doubts.
Can you tell me where he touched you?
In my private a little.
Though he insisted he hadn't done anything wrong, his words unraveled his defense.
How long have you been doing this for?
No, that's not true.
So these kids are all making that up?
No.
You tell me the whole school's gonna make something up?
No, I'm telling you the truth.
In the end, Yasin faced multiple charges, a lengthy prison sentence, and eventual deportation once his time was served. Conclusion. Each of these cases may seem different on the surface, ranging from reckless decisions to breaches of trust, but together they paint a sobering picture. Schools are meant to be safe places where children can learn and grow without fear, and where educators are trusted to guide them with integrity. Yet time and again, these stories reveal how quickly that trust can unravel. For the communities affected, the shock isn't only about the individuals involved, but about the pattern that seems to keep repeating. Each incident chips away at the confidence parents place in schools, reminding everyone how fragile that trust really is. What these cases ultimately show is that accountability is essential. Whether it's a moment of poor judgment or a deeper pattern of misconduct, the consequences ripple far beyond the individual students, families, and entire communities. And while the names and details may change, the lesson remains the same. Safeguarding trust in education requires constant vigilance, clear boundaries, and a commitment to values that prioritize students' well-being. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the notification bell, leave a comment below, like, share, and subscribe to our channel.